So I am heading to the store, and we're just going to take a nice long look at this fake house. Yep, there's a bunch of these in this trailer park, and they've been moving them in for the last couple of weeks. And you might say, well, why is that important? Well, it's important because I just got my new rent increase, and I am not happy. So, usually it's a $30 increase. And when I moved in, they told me it was going to be $6 a year. I've been here about 10 years, that's 60 bucks. My lot rent should literally be just under $300. Or just over it, $232 plus 60, like $302 a month is what I should be paying. Instead, starting in January, the lot rent, the water and sewer, and the trash, which should be included but isn't, is going to be over $550. Yep, they raised the rent by over $100 because they want the existing residents to subsidize these brand new fake freaking houses. And I gotta say, I'm not real happy. So yeah, there's a bunch of these brand new fake stupid ass houses. I guess they're trying to attract the richies. But I got news for them. Richies don't want to be in a trailer park, and they don't want to be called trailer trash. So, yeah. That's where I'm at, and I'm really, really pissed about it. So about as soon as I can get out of here, I really need to get out of here. The bad news is that there's a house just down the way that's for rent. So I'll end up paying $550 here. And this new house, it's not new, the rental that I just saw was a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 1,000 square feet, which is a little tight, but $750 a month. I don't know what was included because it wasn't on apartments.com or anything like that. But $750 a month would be great, but would have had to have earned about $10,000 more this year than I did. So, what a pain in the ass. Well, here's one the raccoons have already tore up. At least they've torn up the outer sheeting. That's right, you're going to pay a premium to live here and get harassed by raccoons. So, I guess I'm headed to the store. I'm out a little bit late. It's after 8 o'clock, but there's very little I can do about that. I need to go to CVS as well, and they don't open until 9. And I need like 3 things from the local grocery. So, I'm going to be in there like 5 minutes. So I had to take off extra late. But this was the only way I could do it. Plus I had to get up early and do some long math, which is just about impossible if you do any sort of gig work. But I had to do it because I've got some extra bills that need paid at the front of December. And I've already got that money on the way that's going to pay those bills. But I had to do the long math in order to find out if I could actually go to the local grocery. I don't know where they're getting the money to buy new cars. Maybe they got a good deal. Hell, they probably don't even own that. It's probably a lease. So yeah, had to do some long math before I set out anyway. Looks like I'll be okay, but I really need to find some now work either this weekend, which probably won't happen, or the front of next week in order to really make it work. But yeah. Alright, so I am just about out of my neighborhood. I don't think I've got much more to say, so I'm going to walk to the store, and I will talk to you in a bit. So, I'm walking past the U-Haul with no building, and I'm telling you, they're anticipating something. And I don't blame them for anticipating that thing, because in the letter that I got, from my property management company, they said, you have to fill out the blah 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 and give us 30 days notice if you're going to move, because you don't like the new $100 increase on the rent. And yeah, these are the gimme corporate toddler crybabies with their hands out at the checkout line, screaming for a candy bar. I want a candy bar, I want a candy bar, wah, wah, wah. And, it's the same crybabies that have been crying for the last couple years because they think they deserve more money, and they get into these trailer parks, which is a last resort for the ultra poor, and they jack up the goddamn rent, and then everybody in the park is homeless, living under a tent. So Merry fucking Christmas. Anyway, I am going to turn down here because I want to show you what I saw online yesterday. I know where this unit is because when I walked down to vote, I saw this place and I was like, well, this place is cool. And it wouldn't really add much to my walks if I moved down here. It's a little bit farther from the Dollar General, but considering that I have to walk a half mile to get out of my freaking neighborhood, it's really not that bad. Or at least it wouldn't add much. It's actually closer to CVS, and it's closer to the local grocery. But and I don't ever come down here. If I had more money, I'd think this was, a divine intervention. Telling me that, hey, here's your spot you've been looking for years. You can move in here. It's 2 bedrooms. So I'll have a spot for my office. It's got a real driveway, so I would have a spot for any vehicle that I bought in the future. And it's 1,000 square feet, which would be a little tight, but at the same time, the utility bills would be less. So that's something. But I don't have it. I'm sure I would need first month's rent, last month's rent, and a security deposit. And honestly, with my finances being the way they are, I would probably need the entire lease up front. So it would probably be $750 times 12, which would be $7,500 plus 2 more months. And I'm sure I don't have that. But let's take a look at this, because here's where it is. It's right there. Make sure I'm not going to get hit. But and it didn't say it was senior assisted living, so, and I doubt it is, but I've got kind of a mess. But yeah, somebody's been moving, because there's a box right there. But here is one of them, and I'm guessing, I don't know which one it would be, but these are the units. And there might be some more over here, I'm not sure. But these are the units, which there's only one of them available, and it's $750 a month. It looks like you share one wall. And, I would move in there in a minute. I really would. because there wouldn't be any raccoons in the ceiling. You know, they would actually do the repairs they're supposed to do. That would be some reason to move in there. And obviously somebody's been moving out because there's some Chester doors right there. But, yeah, I wish I had the money. But it'd probably cost me, 12 months. I'd probably have to put the first 12 months down in cash. I would think it would be, divine intervention if, my seeing that, just a little bit before this epic rent increase, I would say, oh, there it is, there's my spot, but, I'm saved. It ain't that way because I'm not going to have $7,000 or $8,000 in the next 30 days. I wish. I can dream, but it ain't there. So I'm going to continue my walk to the store. That is one big freaking church. Yeah, and I will talk to you later. Well, I just found another one of these weird cul-de-sac homes. Just like the one that has a $750 rental. Sorry for the blue glove. I think it showed white on my screen, but I thought I saw an apartment complex down here. And I don't believe I did. Because I was about to turn on the street I normally walk on, and I don't see what I'm looking for. Nope, I don't see what I'm looking for. Unless it's way back there. I didn't know you could take your school bus home. I don't know, maybe it saves an epic amount of gas to have them park here. Alright, I think that's all I have to say for the moment. I will talk to you in a bit. I keep finding interesting things on this walk. I just ran into this house and somebody ran out of money. That's a dumpster for all that siding. And then over here we have a realtor sign followed by the construction company's sign, but somebody ran out of money. This is a duplex, and it might be a quadplex, to be quite honest, because it is absolutely massive. But everything is boarded up, absolutely all of it. It looks like they started to put in new windows, and they started to rip off the siding. And it looks like somebody ran out of money. I bet the inside is gutted. But what I find interesting about this is that little spot right there. You see that? There's a door like into the backyard, which is really cool. And then there's that, which really looks awful. I don't know what that was. Maybe it was a covered porch at one time, or sliding glass doors maybe. But yeah, I'm running into some interesting stuff on this walk. Alright, it's slowing me down too, so how weird. Okay, somebody's got painter's tape on their car. That can't be a good sign. I am almost downtown, I think. These houses are just incredibly huge. There probably used to be some real money in this town. It was where I live gets its name because it is a midpoint between two cities. So, is that another church? You gotta be kidding me. That has to be another church. My gosh. That is crazy. That is another church. Alright, I am almost to my destination. Alright, I am. Yeah, there's the grocery store lights up ahead. I don't think you can see them on the camera. But I am to my destination, so I will talk to you later. Alright, so I just got back from my shopping haul, and I turned on my coffee maker. Believe it or not, my coffee was still hot, so I just turned it back on to reheat it. It is 9:37 in the morning, and I just got back from the local grocery and CVS. And I said I wasn't going to do a shopping video this week from CVS, but when I got to doing the math, CVS was actually the cheapest option, so I did not go to Dollar General today. I just went to CVS. And all I had budget for was CVS. When I woke up this morning, I had $31 in my account, so I was just going to go to CVS. But the pork loin at the local grocery is on sale for $2.99, but you got to buy a whole pork loin. And I knew without a doubt that was going to be another $30. Plus I needed the breadcrumbs. So we're looking at like $35. So this is how poor people make money appear from nowhere. When I got my big check from my client this month, I put my rent, my cell phone, and my internet in my savings account. Right before I left this morning, I put my internet bill back into my checking account so I could buy this pork loin. That is how it works when you're super, super poor. I literally took my internet money and bought groceries with it. Now, will I get some more money? Sure, but this required some long math, and I'll have it next week before Thanksgiving because I'm already owed that money. But anyway, so it was some funny math to get all these groceries. But let's go ahead and see what I picked up. The big thing was this pork loin. It is $2.99 a pound, and it is absolutely massive. When they say whole pork loin, this is what they mean, folks. This is a whole pork loin. That little thing you get from that says Smithfield on it, yeah, that's not a whole pork loin. Not even close. So I had to get this, and this was, believe it or not, the last one. And they were very concerned about it because it's Saturday morning and their pork loin is on sale and they don't have any more. So this was, whatever it was, my gosh, this is so heavy. This was almost 10 pounds of pork loin for $29. So this is what I got, and I will be dealing with it later today, and you will see a video on what I do with this massive pork loin. Oh boy. I'm going to have to pause you for a minute because I don't know where I'm going to put this pork loin. Okay, wow, that pork loin does not hardly fit in my fridge. There it is. And if you know how to get concreted milk off the bottom of a fridge, I would love to know. Okay, so that's my pork loin. It was almost $30 for almost 10 pounds. And then while I was there, I also got 2 cans of panko. The panko was $2.29 a piece. Wow, really? Hey, that's even cheaper than I thought it was. So this panko was $2.29 a piece, and I'm going to use it to bread my pork loin later today. Pork loin barely fits in my fridge. So that was it on the food for this week. I just bought the pork loin and panko, and it came to $34 for that. So that's how much I spent at the Harvest Market. All right, so the big shopping was done at CVS. This was where all the deals were, and the water was 2 for $7. Yeah, the water was 2 for $7, so I got 2 waters. They are right there, and I'm going to roll these into the other room. And specifically, I ended up getting the water for $3.10. So I got both of those waters for $6.20, which is $1.20 more than I would have spent for 32 bottles over at Dollar General if they ever had the 32 bottle of water in stock, which they don't. Okay, the toilet paper I got for $7.53. It was on sale for $8.49, so I ended up getting $4.96 off. The toilet paper at Dollar General is $9, and it is always $9 all day long. So I got toilet paper. And then I got a few miscellaneous items. I got these batteries. It is a AAA 8-pack, and I misread the ad, if you can believe that. Last night when I was looking at the ad, I was looking at tomorrow's ad that said these were 50% off. So these batteries are normally like $9. So they're normally $9, and I need these to power the lights in my bedroom because the light on the ceiling has a bad switch. It snap crackles and pops when you turn it on. So there is something way wrong with the switch. So these, the ad starts tomorrow, and I told the lady to take them off the bill because I am no one special. But she decided that it was ridiculous for me to walk back out there tomorrow, and she went ahead and gave them to me for $4.89. And if I had bought these at these, I lucked out. I ran out of hand soap the other day. I thought I bought some pink Himalayan salt hand soap. So I threw away my dial, which I had been, it had been added water to for several days. Because I get the last bit of every drop of soap. And I threw it out, and I went to get my pink Himalayan sea salt hand soap, and it was nowhere to be found. So I had to get new hand soap. This hand soap cost me $1.03 a piece. They were on clearance for 70% off. So they're normally $3.89, and I got them for $1.03 a piece. And finally, I got the exam gloves. These are what I use to clean the house with. They were $5.94 is what I paid for these, and at CVS or at Dollar General, their gloves are either $8 or $9. I think they're $8, but I don't like them, so I try and get these if I can get them cheaper. So the grand total here was $28, and I saved 55% or $32. So all in all, today I spent $61 or $62 today on this stuff. So I would say I did pretty good. I did better than had I gone to Dollar General and gotten their 5 off 25, that's for sure. All right, if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I will talk to you later.